Hey everybody, we're all human, and we made a mistake with our intro, and we wanted to edit that out and switch it out real quick. Courtesy an obvious cut, so we just wanted to be fully honest. So here we go. Hello everyone, welcome to the Houses of Terror podcast. I'm Sean House.
And I'm Christian House, and we're opening the door to all things horror.
All right. So this is our first episode, but we do intend to kind of keep going through this for now. Obviously, you see our setup. We're not professionals by any means, but we do intend to kind of grow as we go on. But for now, we just want to start talking about scary movies. So we'll do some rundown of how we're going to do things. All right, Chris, how do you think we're going to run this, baby?
Well, the plan for the whole podcast is we're going to do a little podcast of individual movies. Me and him are going to switch out on choosing which one. He chose the first one. I'm choosing the second one. And from there, we're just going to keep going around and around. We planning on talking for a hot minute about specific things like horror, the kills, jump scares, individual stuff like that, rating things, allowing you to have a chance to rate them as well, to give your feedback about the movie.
Yeah. And also, maybe just overall, our approach will be just a casual viewer approach. I do invest pretty hard in horror. Christian is a pretty casual fan. I'm not gonna act like
You definitely more than me, though.
I'm not gonna act like I'm deep in. There are podcasts out there that obviously deal with a much deeper dive, and we'll be able to know every little scene, everything. That's not us. We want to look at this kind of like the common man.
Yeah.
The common just like, hey, this movie, you want to watch it into a theater, preferably a theater, because theater viewings are always awesome. How would it be? How would it, is it interesting? Is it, fun? I did dig a little bit deeper in. I will, where I can talk about possible theories and stuff. But I think for the most part, we just want to keep it just a conversation about how fun it is, as if we were to watch it in first time. Because a lot of times, especially in Christian, that might be the case. The first time you're just gonna have fun. Yeah, we do kind of have a little movie. We will, as he said, that we have it lined up. We also listen to feedback. If you guys start posting some cool stuff and you guys want to talk about the movie, share, please. I'll personally make that process every time. So yeah.
We will listen 100%.
Yeah. But without further ado, we'll actually hop into our actual podcast. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
All right, housekeeping over. Hey, you visual watchers will be able to tell just by the shirt I'm wearing. But today we are talking about The Exorcist. Absolute classic. We'll start out with the big things. This is actually a movie that got me into horror. I just want to also clarify that. This is kind of like horror show, and I still remember watching it with my grandmother and being just absolutely terrified. But what about you, Christian? Is this first view for you?
This was the first view for me. Loved the movie. I wish I would have seen it sooner, especially as a little kid. I would have loved to make it scare the hell out of me, but I guess it didn't. Did it as much as it would have if I was a kid,
Not to say it's not a creepy movie, but
No.
it is a very creepy and fun horror movie for sure. Definitely doesn't have the more in lies more unpractical, which I am a big fan of personally. Yeah. But it does have a different feel, a different form of terror, I think, for adults than it would for maybe just like the shock value of a kid. For sure, like when you start really looking at the scenes, looking at how the story flows, it's concerning. I think we'll start with maybe a spoiler-free version of this. Did you like the movie?
Oh, I absolutely love the movie. I rate movies by top 1 to 5, and it reached number 5 in my opinion. Didn't have the jump scares, which I know I'm a jump scare person. Which I'm okay with that because, like I said, great movie, classic movie. Definitely gave me the experience that I really loved and enjoyed to watch, type thing.
Yeah. Also, just to clarify too for our viewers. We did watch the theatrical release. We didn't watch it in theaters, which this is one thing I've always wanted to do is watch this movie in theaters, and I always seem to miss it when it kind of comes back in any capacity. It will happen. So it feels like a theater movie. But regardless, we did watch the theatrical cut. So it is kind of recommended overall, and I kind of agree with that. This kind of has a lot of the classic, but did caught my favorite scare, which is the girl running down the stairs. I don't know if you ever.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
It's
Taylor
creepy.
Yeah,
It's a really creepy scene, but it's not in the theatrical cut. Oh, my favorite scare. But everything else is very. It doesn't have more face for my shirt flashing for a lot of it, but other than that, it's there. People recommend doing the theatrical, which we kind of committed to.
yeah.
Obviously, I love the movie too. Just to kind of come back to that, I love the movie as well. You know, one of my faves, one of my favorite of all time. What would you give it? You want to give it a scare level now, or do you
I
want to
give
put
it
at the
a.
end?
I'll give it a 5. I can rate it right now, just because we're talking about just the base overall movie.
Yeah, I think for me it's a 7. But you want to share about anything, Clark?
I still believe, like I said before, I'm more highly into scary movies of the jump scare, which this movie somewhat did for me, but not as much as other movies did. But the story was fantastic. I love the story. The CGI was awesome in it. Being an older movie, it still fit into the perfect structure of like the graphics and all of the neat things that I pay attention to mainly. And I absolutely love the movie. Like I said, I'm more based off of a jump scare instead of, like a creepy pasta little type of thing. So I gave it a 5.
Yeah. Okay. I think the effects. It's a little funny to see some scenes,
Yeah,
but it
absolutely.
was like the puke,
The puke, yeah.
which I won't kind of give you like a little bit of phobic. It will do like a phobia warning as we hop into, but yeah, I think the effects can be a little wonky, but I think that the real scares are the story of this helpless girl just being consumed and nobody can stop that. And you gotta think it is kind of the original telling of it.
Yeah.
Obviously it's not the original history, but horror movie staples. It feels very like The Exorcist. A funny story about that a little bit. I used to think, because my dad isn't to their movies, he actually thought The Exorcist were all connected, and he taught me that they were. Like Emily Rose, the Laxus, and things and stuff, all that.
Yeah.
And that's simply not true, obviously. But I went so long thinking that was the case. It's not, for any viewers who think it is. But yeah, it's kind of like also the start of like a whole subgenre that still exists today. Oh, spirit inhabiting a helpless person. Oh, this person's doing real creepy things.
Yeah.
So I just think it's so much of a staple. And it's almost like it's like it is scary. It is scary in its own, but it's also just
scary.
it's also its own like genre. It's like created its own kind of
mountain of horror by itself.
So yeah, absolute classic. Any of you who have not watched it right now, time was an Exorcist. Before we hop into the spoiler portion to come back, just go watch it. It's a great movie and it's a classic. So it's like you're gonna go there with someone and you start talking about horror and you're invested, and they bring it up, and then you say no, it's kind of weird. But, thing like Christian here.
Yeah.
It's like what? Hold on. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. We'll do a quick phobias and we'll hop right in. So
yeah, sounds good.
Keep us on track. Yeah, just for dystopia stuff, there is suicide in
suicide.
Any kind of fear of puke or just any kind of gross. It's gross.
Yeah,
it's a gross.
I think there's some blood in it.
Oh yeah, and it's like obviously if you're watching a horror, you're probably gonna.
You're gonna see a lot of blood.
Yeah, there is blood, but it's a gross movie, and there is sexual violence as well.
Sexual violence.
I personally agree with the theories online. It's pretty popular online thinking like, oh, it has some kind of talent for sexual abuse. But also there is straight up
like mutilation
and stuff.
Yeah.
There is sexual violence in this movie regardless. All right. Well, if you haven't seen it, pause
it now
and come back to the video later. We'll hop right into the spoiler version.
Sounds perfect to me.
All right, perfect. Okay, cool. All right. Well, so we'll start in with the desert scene. I don't like this scene.
No, I do not.
I don't know why it's here. I think it's only to introduce the old Bruce. What's his name? Oh my god.
How is so very spot?
I should remember. He's like such a like. To me, he's such a
Merlin.
Was it
Merlin?
Merlin.
Merlin or Morin? I think it was
Marin, right?
Marin.
Marin. Yeah, so he just kind of like, it's a scene to really introduce him, but it's like,
it's not needed.
They do a whole thing. It's kind of comical. It's almost like comical. They do a whole thing where like there's like a one scene where he's walking.
Yeah.
And it's like the girl goes by with like the woman goes by with like the horse like on a horseback, and she's like, "What's going on?"
She's just smiling at
And
him.
then he pulls up to like his place that he obviously reports back to, and like there's these random people with like guns that come out and and it's like this. It's almost comical. They come out really funny looking, like
Yeah.
Oh, and they like run back into there like, "Oh yeah, you're good." But yeah, I honestly don't. Other than that, I don't. It has the big scare as well, which I thought was kind of useless. The scare with the statue.
The statue, the
And
dog's
it's like the dog's barking, and it's just like I feel like it's supposed to be a moment of change. Like, oh, things are kind of about to start.
Yeah.
It just doesn't do it for me. I don't.
No,
I'm not invested in it at all. It is also. It's funny. It's more explained in the prequels. So there's a couple prequels with kind of different timelines a little bit, but yeah, there's also those. But we're not touching those. Yeah. So pointless scene. Whatever. It's to set up Marion. Maybe you'll really learn it. Really? Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Grandmother back. Oh, Marion will return. Oh, the Marvel tagline there. Yeah, so we'll kind of operate off that. It's kind of they find the statue piece.
They found
The
that.
coin.
And the coin, yeah.
That's
And the
important.
coin.
That's
That's the only thing.
important thing from this is the coin. He finds the coin and they say it's actually from a different time period. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, they
And I think just
they
to kind of imply that the spirit got out before and was
put back
put back
in there.
by some
Yeah.
kind of there's really no explanation to this coin otherwise.
no coin,
It
but-
does have impact later, so yes. It is so maybe something in this mirror. It's and
And the coin.
it's the buried stand mystery, but yeah. Also, it does show Baron sick and old. He
Yeah.
has like a shaky hand scene. He has,
Yeah.
like, little pills. Yeah. Which is kind of relevant later too. All right. Hopping right into who we really want to talk about. We're talking about our single rich mom actress. You know, just a can she do it all attitude? Not really, but you know, she's cool. Well, of course, we're talking about Chris, the mom. She's kind of a fit. She's working with a director. Also, can't quite remember the director's name. Doesn't matter. Director
Look.
Burke. There you go. Look at this guy. This guy's
There you go. I got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it right here too. Burke. They want to do a quick glance. He's working in about some kind of movie. They clearly have a working relationship that's pretty strong. Maybe she's been with them before.
Yeah.
But yeah, they clearly have some kind of. And he's also. Burke is just a creep. This
Yeah,
whole
you can
movie.
see it in his
So-
eyes.
He's so creepy. Weird.
The look on the doc. You look on the guy. Just seriously
He's
throws
a
up.
very weird guy. And the actor plays him really well.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like, oh, the actor's like, he just kind of like, obviously does like, he's just weird. He's weird. He's a weird guy. But anyway, they're doing like a protest for the movie, I believe. I believe that's the protest is for. It's
Yeah,
not a
it's
real
protest.
protest. It's kind of like in the movie.
Sad.
They're doing that. And I'll call him Italian Stallion probably throughout most of this movie. But the priest, he shows him like also walking around and like watching the the protest scene.
Yeah, he was watching there.
Yeah, and I think it's just set up like they somehow are like kind of destined to meet because
Yeah.
she has like this scene and he walks away, and then after this scene cuts, she basically is like, "Oh, I'm gonna walk home," and we get the whole she's walking home thing, and he sees him at the priest talking to another priest, but you can't hear anything like his
No.
car audio going through and stuff like that. Kind of came
Clearly, he see that they're talking, but we can't.
yeah, and I don't even know other than maybe just his challenge of faith. Maybe that's what they're talking.
Yeah.
It doesn't really. I don't think it really explains what they're talking about there.
No.
But yeah, then the song kicks in. Heck yeah, the Exorcist song.
Perfect.
Probably add this in there a little bit just so people can hear it if they haven't. And if you have, who doesn't want to hear it again? It's fine. It's such a great song. Very well done song.
Soundtracks and music movies for me is just so good.
Yeah.
I love the soundtrack and music.
Yeah, and this movie in particular has a phenomenal one, especially when 73.
Yeah,
That's
like
crazy. Yeah,
perfect
and it's such
music
a,
for that song.
it's such a just cool testament of like, how original just the soundtracks and stuff can be for those kind
Oh,
of
yeah, absolutely.
movies and stuff. They still can get original cool soundtracks. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's just iconic. It's an iconic song.
Iconic song for it.
Yeah.
That's it. Well,
Yeah. So we get home, and then we meet our girl of the hour, or the
I call
2
her
hours.
Regs.
Yeah, the old Regs, as Mom calls her. We meet Regs for the first time immediately. I'm kind of questioning the age, and that's kind of like
At this time, yeah.
notes. I have actually a spot where I wrote in the notes, finally, like, fine, not show you, where we're going with the plot. When I finally realized her age and how often it commented, because I didn't, and all it goes anywhere it was telling us.
Yeah, I tried paying attention to it. I
Because she
couldn't.
was young. I just didn't know
How young she was.
where she was on the spectrum here. But yeah, so we got Rex and we got the old. She's got 3 workers working with her, like a little nanny, like a butler, and like, yeah, it's like a whole thing. So she's doing really well. We're getting that scene. Is this also where they do the rats? They mentioned the rats for the first
I
time?
think
She mentions like, oh, I heard noises upstairs last night, and I think the butler that is like, they're all rats. So now it's just kind of like, no, we're gonna come back to this butler dude because this butler dude's extremely unprofessional. They're very close. Either way, yeah, it's kind of funny. Anyway, I think the rat's coming over here. And also,
Reg bringing up the guy with the horse.
yeah, nice. I added that scene too. Cool. Yeah, I also think that was kind of important. I think this is kind of a testament to her age. And this is kind of where I was trying to piece it together. And obviously, I'm not the person to come up with this idea of possible sexual abuse, but I think I was looking for it because this is the multiple viewings of mine, and I wanted to see where this interpretation can maybe formed and stuff, And yeah, I think immediately I noticed this, and I was like, oh, okay, we're immediately talking about coming of age, where she's maturing, which is, I think, is a kind of a big theme with the demon in general, with this stuff, just kind of what that might entail. But yeah, I think that immediately kind of sets the tone for that. Yeah. Also, then we want to switch to the subway scene.
Train station, yeah.
And it's weird dude. Mr. Rocky. Rocky's walking around. He sees some random, I'm guessing, homeless person, and this homeless person just staring him down, and most people looking.
I actually missed this scene that you were talking about with the homeless guy.
Yeah, he's just down there, and he's just like, it's so quick, and it feels so pointless, but he has like this like death stare. I'm like, oh, I hate you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put like wrist in it. Because I don't think that would be him. I was kind of joke, but I was like, what is this?
The random guy.
It's great. It's like great, creepy old man. This character actor is also doing creepy and cool.
Yeah.
But obviously you didn't see it. But, yeah, then he goes home and starts taking care of his mother. Yeah. Well, that's when they get they show a picture of him as a boxer, and that's why he got the Rocky name.
Yeah, the Rocky name.
He obviously is Italian as well. That also plays, just to clarify, Demi is Italian. Yeah. Always very, very Italian, almost stereotypical to an extent. And he immediately pulled up a picture of him as a boxer. And I think that's before Rocky, too. Yeah, it's before Rocky.
Yeah, it was before Rocky. I'm
like, no. I don't know. I think Sylvester Stallone would have gotten some Exorcist ideas. Yeah, of this character would be. Yeah, no, but for real, yeah. He definitely has like a really cool image of that. And he just starts to take care of his mom. Mom's very old and obviously can't do much. He puts some money. Yeah. He leaves again with the radio on when she falls asleep.
Oh, they were fighting about her leaving.
Oh,
speaking Italian.
Yeah, but also I think she's just like, I'm never leaving this place.
Yeah, I've been here for yada yada this long. I forgot how long she's
been long time. It's the standard old lady never leaving their home all day.
Yeah.
The son obviously doesn't want that. All right, switching back to the Reagan family.
Yep.
Where we are here? Oh, they're in the basement.
Yeah, the basement finds the most iconic board there is.
Yeah, I got the ultimate, maybe possibly before it's cool. Here's the Ouija board.
The board that shows where the...
Yeah, it's the Ouija board, and her pulling out the ultimate trope right off the bat. Mom's like, use this? Rainey's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Talking to Captain Howdy. And I just have a question, just a comment. Actually, pull it right here. I'm wondering if maybe that was some kind of, we're wrestling fans as well. And I'm wondering if that had, if you know anything about wrestling, comment. I think that has any kind of play
anything with the theme.
The Mr. Howdy direction. Obviously, not Bray, his brother. But, is that character overall. It was like
The Uncle Howdy, that was
yeah,
Bray
he's Uncle
Wyatt.
Howdy, and obviously Captain Howdy, and Howdy's not too.
Too far away from it, yeah.
Well, yeah,
And they still got that creepy standpoint of like a spirit type thing.
yeah. He's like the overarching, like watching from the back, and
Yep.
creepy. Anyway, I mean, I've never done research on
I've never
Bray's
done it.
characters enough to like, I just same thing with horror. I'm just here to enjoy the show.
Enjoy it.
I'm telling you on a surface level, but it's super cool. And if I hear some cool stuff about that, it excites me. I'm like, we've been cool. No, it doesn't hurt you, but I don't actively see.
That crossed my eye momently when I heard Captain Howdy. I was like, Bean?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Definitely. Also, the scene where they kind of introduce the fact that dad's not in the picture.
Yeah, dad's gone.
Important. This should show that it's a single mom, not traditional family values and all that. Yeah. Now, also, the director's brought up, right?
Oh, yeah.
I
She
think-
asked about if they were going to go on a date or something.
Yeah, the daughter kind of brings up the director and kind of like, oh, do you like him like that?
Yeah.
And I don't know. This again, I kind of related it to this because I think he would be the perpetrator of possible sexual abuse later in the movie. And this kind of feels like a scene of almost like maybe this is already happening. The mom's not seeing it because he just randomly brings up like, "Do you liking this guy? And he's coming around."
A little bit of dad figure, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like it comes out of nowhere, and I think with more context clues later, it might be just trying to tell us. I personally agree with that story. Obviously, everyone interprets it much different, and that's okay. I'm leading examples to why that might be the case, and I think that's a good example of why things you might see and be like, oh wow.
And like you can even see it on the mother's face when she says, "Do you like him?" And she's just like,
No.
"No, just a guy friend." Like she's like trying to a little bit hide something in the background of it.
Yeah, I honestly don't think that. I feel like she's like, oh, it's just a friend. But I think if Reagan's possibly being manipulated in any fashion or saying it being getting any kind of like abuse already or something like that. Maybe he's trying to make sense of the system that's being. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a full like anything's happening yet, but maybe like there's just creepiness.
Yeah, maybe she just creeped out.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, this isn't an official read of the movie. It's just
Just thoughts.
people's thoughts and thoughts I kind of agree with. But yeah. Then we go back to the priest at the bar, but there's a lot of back and forth. Like I said, these kids are kind of faded to meet each other, so we kind of see their stories throughout back and forth. Yeah, and he just kind of shares with the priest, I want out. I want to, I'm done with this whole thing. I'm losing my faith. Once again, it feels like a jumping around. That's kind of one of the reasons I'm a little bit lower on the movie the more I watch it, because I'm like, it just feels very bounce aroundy. And I feel like that's like a scene that just pop back in and, like, okay, now we're talking about how he's struggling with his faith and stuff like that.
Yep. Saying he's unfit, wants out type thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's obviously an important key feature of the movie is faith being challenged, and that's a big thing, I think, overall for Demi.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just kind of his faith being challenged, and maybe
he might be losing it. He might be losing that. He's realizing that this isn't him.
Yeah, and I think it's being challenged by the people around him.
Yeah.
And what the way they talk and stuff.
Not realizing he's gonna have a bigger challenge in the end.
And it's reinforced by like what happens later with the doctor scenes. It's like a coming of change of like history. Like traditionally we've always most people relied on religion to explain away everything. And now it's almost outdated at this point. People aren't looking at religion first. They're not, the doctors aren't thinking possession or anything like that. They're thinking mental illness, medical problem. And it's almost like Din is like, a perpetrator of that as well. Like he's originally had faith, and the more he's like seen the world, he's like, no, it's not. It's more scientific than that. It's more, it's very much.
Yeah.
There's people that need help, but they don't need help with faith. They need help as people.
Yeah.
So I think the hospital stuff is a good telling of the environment at that time. Anyway, where are we here? Oh, okay.
We're back at
Reggie. Oh, we're back to Danny seeing Reagan with the phone call, mom's screaming. She's like really freaking out, and he's just nuts. He's calling like some kind of,
where is he type thing?
Yeah, secretary type person or something. And they're saying he's unavailable. Yeah, and then we get to Itty Bennett with some shakes, I think, is the next thing. Also, I'm going to play Airshipball for the viewers. Hold the rain.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, once again, trying to figure this out.
You asked this 3 or 4 times before we get it.
Yeah, we're going to the bed shaking a little bit, and then there's weird noise in the attic. And this is where we get the mom walking by the butler person who's like, "Is there rats in the attic or something?" And he's like, no. He's so much more aggressive now this time around. He gets way worse. In my opinion, I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah. No rats up here.
Oh, and they go upstairs, right? No, they said the no rats.
Yeah.
And then he goes upstairs. This is actually okay. The bed shakes a little bit, and then we get her going upstairs
Yep.
in the attic, and she's just braving it with a candle.
Yep. He's got the little
Thing
camera.
where I was like, I put trap jump scare because they're looking around, and then they spot like a random rat trap.
Yep.
It's like that's why he's saying no rats. I go, oh, there's a rat. Otherwise, we would have captured them.
Yeah.
Also, show us there's no rats, I guess. Like, yeah, because there'd be rat.
Yeah, there'd be a rat in that trap. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny. They show that, and then the fire goes boof.
Yeah,
it blows out. Yeah.
Yep.
And then the guy's right there. The butler's right on the steps, and he's like, "There's no rats up here." Someone's didn't even ask. It's so funny. He's just like immediately starts freaking out. There's no rats. I think it's so great. I don't know what, I gotta see what this guy was in.
She didn't even input on it, she didn't even input there. She was up there for the rats. She's like, no.
Yeah, he's just a really good character actor. I love his character. He's playing solo role in it, but he's so fun.
I think his name is Carl, isn't he? Carl?
Yes. Right here, this guy's name is
Carl. That's a good name for him,
Oh, that's great. But yeah, pretty cool effects though with the fire going boom. I'm guessing that's like, it must have had like some kind of propane.
Yeah, must have had a little gasoline.
Right, light up. That was really cool. Yeah. So we're gonna hop into, after that scene, we're hopping right back into the church, which has been desecrated.
Yep.
Now we're hopping into the creepy factors. Yeah, the desecration of the church. It's kind of got like weird things sticking out of the breast area, and it's like all blended. Priests are like, oh no, doing that like disbelief kind of thing of everything. Yeah, and then we get to the moms in the hospital. We jump right straight to that with Emmy's mom's in the hospital. Rocky's like, "Whoa, why'd you bring her here?" And the brother's like, "We don't have any money, man."
Yeah.
And you? And obviously we got shown earlier that he only left a little bit of money. He doesn't have enough money.
No.
We have people priests approaching, and they could have, once again, it goes to that weird, like, these older people who are close to death. They were raised in like a religious fashion of like not scientific. It's very these people are like, oh, I'm ill. Oh, a clergyman is here. Oh, okay, they're gonna help me. It's a priest. They're here to help because it's like it's a shift of the times of what that looks like. Whereas younger people are looking at the medical aspect, and it's in this hospital, but they're looking at like, oh, it's a priest. I'm here, I'm here to be safe. Kind of thing. But yeah, he goes to his mom. Mom's very out of it, doesn't know what's going on around her. We're at a bad spot for her, obviously. Yeah. And then where are we at here?
I think we switched to
Now we go right straight to the party, right?
Yep, to the house party.
Yeah. And we go to the house party, and we immediately hop into like just the most ridiculous, like we have a bunch of people at this party. We have the director being really creepy, but also before he gets creepy, he's less creepy, but still creepy. He's talking about alien pubic hair and stuff like that.
Yeah, and his Drake.
Yeah, in his Drake, like it must be, pubic hair, and and it's like once again goes to that creep factor, and we're talking about the coming of age of puberty, possibly for Reagan. She's got that age where puberty is coming, and we're kind of going to that. Oh, there's pubic hair. They're always reminding us of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, always reminding.
And so we get that scene where he's talking, and they're talking a bunch of people. They talk about a priest, and this I think is important for later too, because there's a priest there, and it's the one that finds Demi later.
Yeah.
But he's like just talking about how, they're going to space. Oh, I want to be the first clergyman to space. Can you get me to space? Really not caring as much about I feel like it's a telling of like the true faith being challenged. Like this man isn't traditional, humble, religious man. He's like trying to get the space, and it's like a jokey thing. But I feel like there's some truth to this man just being at this party, and he's like, I don't know. I think it's kind of to really show the contrast and like how the test of this faith overall in this movie. and they eat this as a side of it.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel like a real priest. You know, he doesn't feel like a traditional priest that's in most movies. He feels like one of those like con artist kind of priests. He feels very, I'm a priest.
Yeah.
Like, get me to space. You know?
Yeah, he doesn't care about their well-being.
Mega church style priest, you know?
It seems like he doesn't really care upon much of God and stuff. He just mainly just says, "Oh, I'm a priest."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then mom goes check on Reagan. She's sleeping. Windows open again. Another thing.
Freezing.
I did mention that. I should mention that.
Yeah.
Windows are open pretty much every time we go into the bedroom for Reagan, but I'll try to remind us.
Yeah.
Windows open, cold, closes it, and it's colder each time.
Yep.
Reagan asleep. Cool. Mom leaves, and then Reagan isn't asleep, actually. She's pretending to be. And then we get the scene where they're all partying downstairs, and there's only a few people left, and Reagan comes down, and she just urinates all over the floor. Just let's go. This is dripping on the floor. Everyone is baffled and horrified. You know, what a crazy scene. Yeah, like, it's just a crazy scene just to have in the movie. Yeah, it's like everyone's like really just like, what the heck?
Yeah, everyone's like, okay, I cue to leave type thing.
Yeah, which I just think is a really cool, like, once again, it's really to set the tone of how this is the beginning of it. You know,
this is just
we're kind of breezing through the first part because we're not at the possession stage. You know, possession stage, and we don't want to be here for 2 hours. So we'll get there, and then we'll elaborate further. Yeah, it's immediately set the tone of like, it's a gross movie. It's a gross movie. And there's nothing else with this, like, this little girl is urinating on the floor. And I think that's,
that says a lot.
Yeah. And then we go into the bedroom. She brings them up, right? And then she starts cleaning the mess. Or the people already cleaning in there. People have left. And then she goes back and check on Reagan, and the bed starts.
Yeah, the bed bounces.
By the way,
that's crazy bounce.
It's cool back then. It's just like, the bed's just bouncing. It's funny how once it's bouncing, because then we get to the scene later where he's talking to the doctor, like, the bed was bouncing. It's like,
nope.
This explanation for everything I'm talking about. If you wouldn't see this bed, it's still like believing just like overall women at that point, but it's so crazy that they're like, it's shit, it's like, fucking no. Yeah, like, no.
You don't know what's going on.
No. You're right. It's super funny. But then we hop into Priest is off the deep end. The mom apparently died. There's no
scene about it
for it. And they just say mom's dead. I think they might have mentioned the priest might have mentioned the party, because once again it just kind of really lives are really intermingled without actually meeting each other yet. I think he brings it up. He's like talking to somebody.
One of the other priests his brother brings it up to him, I believe.
No, he's talking to somebody at the party, the priest is, and I think he mentions how this person's mom just died.
Yeah.
And I think that's our indication that, like, she passed.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so getting a dream sequence. I think you missed this entire dream sequence because we were taking notes.
When it was so quiet, when everything was
person might have missed it. It's really cool. And this is really, really start getting the faces of Eileen. She's amazing, by the way. It's just like the coolest, like, I just love what like the faces that they did and stuff. She's just a cool person. Yeah, we get to the shows the face like flashing, and it's like a scene. I'll kind of explain the Christian a little bit. And it's like there's a train sequence. It shows the mom walking down the steps. And it starts showing like the face on my shirt, but also just like a creepy, just for people audio, creepy white base. It's like clearly it's going to be the Zuzu's like it's like Zuzu's face.
Yeah,
and it's like haunting the priest. Yeah, and it's like he runs after him in the train, and then goes off, and then boom, we're back to Reagan talking to some doctors. This I don't care very much about. Like the stuff they do, I just wish it was shorter.
This was a long track.
And I feel like it was really just trying to really hammer home. There's no medical reason behind this.
No,
and it was so slow burn. And I think it was also to kind of show the like elapse of time where Reagan was getting more and more consumed by how we get to the point where, as she is at the end, it's not Reagan anymore because of just how much has been taken. Yeah. And I feel like it's the whole point is to say if they were just helped sooner, like it could have been ended sooner.
Yeah, it could have been ended sooner.
Or possibly been a better off, but because we went to a medical direction, it took so long and she lost so much,
they were relying on the doctors to help, even though it wasn't
Yeah.
the doctor to help them.
Yeah, because Reagan's acting totally different now. She's spitting on people.
Yeah.
She's swearing. Once again, this really set the tone of like also the movie style. Like a little girl being swearing and spitting, especially in 1973. It's probably it's jarring to say the least. You know. And but once again, it hammers more into like the puberty aspect. She's changing.
Yep.
She's becoming rebellious. She's once again behind the scenes of what they're looking at. You know, it's very rebellious. You know what I'm saying? Very
Absolutely.
yeah. We're getting all that, and the scientists can't explain away what's happened. The mom tells them, "Hey, it's been moving."
The doctor just
it's like the doctor's like, "Oh, it's like
it was nerves.
yeah, it was like not a seizure or something." But he said something medical.
Yeah.
And at this point, the little talks to him later. He's like, "Should I talk to a shrink?" And they're like, "Listen."
Yeah,
Well,
like,
people don't even have a mental. There's nothing wrong with like a multiple personality disorder. That's like so fake, you know.
Yeah.
the whole thing with that. And I'm like, wait till we get to the upgrade scene. You know?
yeah, like that's crazy that they like blame pretty much like the nerves. They blame like brain acting strange type thing. They like pretty much just blamed it all on her being mentally ill.
Yeah, well, I like it's something wrong with it right now. You're going through mental ill aspect.
Yeah.
We have not said the cruel neck procedure. I want to know what that is. And if anyone's watching this anywhere time, put that in the comments. I want to know what this like. And put the neck thing for like the X-ray type situation.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about
They
medical
put it in
stuff.
and just like
It was very
yeah,
medical horror. You know, that's like kind of a key term for it.
yeah.
It's
That was
right. It's like a creepy needle. I don't
like it gave me chills. And
well, I like medical stuff very much. Like procedural. Like I'm a big when I go to the doctor, I'm a little nervous. Even I don't care about needles, but when it's like very like that needle's like going
that
big,
is like going to show it's
it's
different.
like, oh, that's you know.
No, that needle was really big and really thick.
Yeah. So we hop from the doctors for now. We're gonna go back there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, there's so many times you're gonna visit. Oh, because we were thinking, you know, oh,
Way too long.
yeah. So we're gonna hop into the famous headbound scene. She's balancing her whole body around, and I think I told you while we were watching it, she actually got
injured. Yeah.
Permanent injury too. It's like a medical, like she's received, you know.
Yeah, like I got a big neck injury.
Gotta look up real quick. Well, what it's called. But yes, actually, you know, go ahead talking about it. But yeah, actually, the amateur's fine. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was really, really bad. You told me that recently. Like,
yeah, I told you while we were watching.
Yeah,
I think I told you while we were watching the movie. Like, it was a really cool practical effect idea.
Yeah.
It just obviously wasn't implemented.
Yeah,
It wasn't implemented well, and she shows with the Blair's fracture her lower spine. That's so crazy. And it's just that's obviously her low engagement, obviously. But like, man, it's so tragic. Like she's so young.
Yeah,
she's so young at a time. And it's
like a young age.
Yeah. Such a young age, such a horrible injury. But yeah, regardless, looking at it as just like a movie point of view. Cool effect. Possession kind of been taking hold now. She's doing the flop, eye rolling, you know, that kind of thing. And she's asking to fuck people now. Going back into that. Like,
maturity.
Maturity and sexual
sexual
possibility.
Yep.
And the guy, he asked the doctor now, called the doctor, and they're like, no psychiatry, like split personality is not a thing. It's not it's one of the thing, like, wait till we get to Bracelet down. We're gonna see it with, you know, borderline. Well, they'll change your mind real quick because they have no explanation, of course, but kind of like real doctors a lot of times. But yeah, here we go to more tests. We're back in the doctor's office. You know, you love to see it. Back here again. Yeah, we're doing the whole once again. We're kind of getting through
a lot of hospital bills.
They start asking her about drugs. The mom, like, oh, she's taking drugs. Because once again, they're just throwing things at the window. They don't. Yeah, they have no idea because they don't have an explanation for it. They accuse her of that, and she obviously says no. And they neglect.
Movie actress. You know, like very common when it comes to those types of situations.
Yeah, and I think it's also the challenge because this movie challenges like a core family value at this time of like, you know, you got a husband, wife, and kids.
Yeah.
Very like single mom, not with a husband. And it's very like testing that, like, well, she's an actress and she's single. Of course, she's taking drugs. And stuff.
Yeah, like
of course, she's neglecting him.
Yeah.
Her, I mean, and it's like, oh, that's just not the case.
No.
It seems like she take her job very seriously and maybe a little too, far gone. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard for me to judge that, but I mean, she is a single mom. And, she's doing well.
You probably take her somehow.
Yeah, she's not just. She's gonna be doing stuff. Oh, when I got some spooks and some cold, they were back in that winter. That room. It's so cold. She's shivering.
Starting to see her breath now.
Oh, and she passed by like the emergency thing, because this is gonna be Burke.
Yeah.
Because the window closing is like she walks by this emergency near her steps, and she goes around and goes in. And the dude there, would you say that his name was the butler?
Carl.
Carl, yeah. And him, if it's wrong, I apologize.
I apologize. I wrote it down.
The butler, I'll just call him.
Yeah, the butler is the safest way.
He's gonna perhaps. Maybe.
Perhaps Carl the butler.
Comes in like, or is it him that says it, or is it the lady? I can't. One of them comes in and says like, "Oh, so I suppose you already know." And they're like, "No, what?" And,
then
and he yells at. Oh, we missed the whole thing. She yells at the person, the nanny type person. She's like, "I left him with the director."
With the director, yeah.
So we'll go back for a second. She left the director with her sleeping for 30 whole minutes.
Yeah,
no one else in the house. She was sleeping. Director drunk.
He was very.
That's why she was mad.
Yeah.
Mom was mad that he was drunk. And he just left him with that. And she was like, I had to go grab something.
Yeah, it wasn't that long, even though it was 30 minutes.
What? They come out and say, he's dead now. Dun, dun. So, open window.
Next snap.
Well, we haven't got there yet. Open window. Reagan, in Reagan's room. Fall came from Reagan, down the steps. It's right next to her.
Right next to her.
And fell down the steps. Like that. Question. What do you think? Reagan did it.
I'm thinking Reagan didn't do it. I think the demon did.
I mean, we're gonna go plead by insanity on this one.
No, I'm going straight for demon.
Cherokee, there's zero. Reagan, we're gonna submit it series.
Yeah, you gotta answer these words.
I don't even know if he'll deny it.
No, I don't think you would either.
Oh, let's rank the death though. We'll help rating 2.
I'm rating it a 3.
You rated a 3?
I rated it a 3, just because you didn't see it on screen. It's a screen kill, but it's still a kill to question the storyline of, again, your theory.
Yeah.
You brought up to me, and like I said, I still listen to that one, and when I caught up on it, and it fits well with it, like the sexual assault, sexual harassment type thing. It fits in, like, why is he up there? Why did he get thrown out the window, What? Like, there's no way that Reagan would have just done it by herself type thing. Like,
yeah, like it's looking things of doing it.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, like, why would she, like,
yeah, if you're looking deeper meaning, if you're looking for deeper meaning, for sure.
Yeah.
And I will test that. This kind of would show more the answer. Well, the director earlier has mentioned, or quick little, one more far away. 0 rating on me. And I'll tell you why. And I'm gonna, be honest and open with you guys. Any kill off screen, especially if they don't show a body or anything like that, because they don't ever show it.
Instant 0.
I'm giving it a 0. It's just my own policy of kills. I don't necessarily see a death, but I would like to at least see the outcome of that. Like Jason movies, for instance, one of my favorite horror franchise of all time. You guys know, I love them, but like some of them were just like they was dead, and that's like okay with me. I'm like, okay, it's not a high rated kill. But at least they showed me the outcome.
I still gave it a little bit low, even regardless if I seen it or not, just because it still fits into the story.
For sure. I'm not pivotal moment. I'm not mad. Yeah. It's not a pivotal moment. I'm just saying personal rating for kills. You don't see at least see a body. You ain't getting it out of me. I'll ignore you. He's still alive. They have a you know how the old story goes. That you don't see a body, they're still in it.
They could still be alive.
But yeah, regardless. So you guys got that from me. But yeah, it kind of boils down to like what I said before about like, and he's talking to her, talking about the director and like possible relationship stuff. And she's obviously kind of coming up the age. And like I said, it feels weird. Why would he be in there, especially drunk? And it just feels like 30 whole minutes.
Yep.
What things are going to come later, and we'll kind of fit those into the same narrative. I want to kind of create that picture for everybody in your brain. Yeah, I think immediately set the tone for that.
Yeah, absolutely. 30 minutes is a very long time. Anything can happen.
Yeah. But we're gonna have her into mom immediately kind of giving the ultimate like good emotion acting here. Kind of
Yeah.
immediately trying to turn into like, did Reagan do something?
Yeah.
Which kind of was into like that whole argument of like maybe she possibly knows about it and is turning her head a little bit away from the director because like why would you immediately think your daughter killed somebody?
Yeah.
Why would you immediately go there?
You know, makes me thinking about
if there's no motive that you can think of, but maybe she thinks like deep down it's like a possibility. I don't know. You know, but regardless, she kind of goes immediately like, oh, it's not good.
Yeah.
Immediately shocked. At first, she's like, oh, he's dead. And the other's like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Or then they're going to possess now with the shrink scene. He's like, I'm gonna put you to not put you to sleep. He didn't understand. What's it called? Hypnosis.
No.
Yeah, that's what
Okay, yeah.
And this finally, we're in the movie, probably at least an hour in. How old are you? 12.
Finally 12. Delta.
No, she's 12. She's 12. Actually, think she's 40.
I put 3 of them. Yeah. Yeah. I did the same thing.
She's 12. And she opens her mouth and it runs rotten and disgusting because once again,
bad breath
got her. And she's like, I want to talk to this other person.
Yeah.
And he comes out, bad breath. And then immediately gets up and grabs his penis, which once again goes to the sexual assault angle, sexual abuse. Immediately goes for that penis grab and then chomps on what does he get to his face? Here, baby, yep.
Maybe it's there, yeah.
He definitely chops him regardless.
Yeah, chops him, yeah, fights him.
Hard cut, or doing a hard cut away, like jumping and it's like, oh yeah, Reagan is more Pazuzu than Reagan at this point. Zuzu is his crimes counter up a little bit. Unconfirmed kill so far, Dan. Definitely a jump.
That's all right there.
Full assault and assault. You don't forget the penis grab. You know?
And that's too big exactly.
So this is right in all of your guess.
And we're good. This one day is the third.
Speed this up. No, you think she goes to like juvie? Was this a little juvie?
Oh, maybe.
In Reagan's body.
The more demon child in juvie.
Oh, man.
Yes.
The hangs with the Oni. His lines up. Rogan. With the Omen kid. Oh, my God. Yeah. Anyway, the priest is running. Cue the Rocky music.
Yeah.
You're definitely slowly around the track. And sweating up. Very sweating. I'm telling you.
Yeah, great.
You know, Sylvester Stallone. We're looking at you for possible plagiarism.
Gray sweatshirt, gray sweatpants.
Possible plagiarism for your character.
Put them right together. I promise you, they're the same person.
I promise you, Rocky's, music is kicking for either one.
Yeah.
Very good. We're going to talk to this detective. He says, wanted to ask questions about. It's just because weird. Because I'm like, I think it's just is there someone on the campus that might have done this?
Yeah.
It's just so weird because it just comes out of nowhere. I'm like, I think maybe because the director's working on the campus, maybe that's why.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. But yeah, he said the question thing, is there someone that could have done this? And the person's like, no. And he's like, how about if we get a warrant? And he's like, I'll just claim my confessions, policy, and then they can't question me still. And anyway, they also reveal the head's complete turnaround, which I also think is a good choice for later.
Yeah.
Later. So that's how we die. Once again, don't get to see it, so you still keep your 0, Mr. Bird.
Yeah, you still
keep your 0 for me, because I didn't see it. But your head apparently is completely turned around. Let this show me.
Yeah, you should show me something like that. I love it.
Turned around, Isn't it cool? Yeah, anyway. So yeah, now we're going into where Reagan's still possessed, believe it or not.
Yeah.
She's having.
She's going strong.
And they're asking to put her into a mental hospital in a little conference room, and the mom's like, absolutely not. I'm not putting my daughter.
That's my daughter.
And doctor suggests an exorcism. Far cry from the same doctors that were like, what do you mean call it starting for mental? Yeah, they're like, they've completely given up at this point. They're like, you know what? Honestly, if this is someone else's problem, that'd be great.
At this point, I think they're just sick of seeing them. Only up to 30
so, doctor, that is not covered by insurance.
That is not.
You're not getting an insurance company to allow an exorcist. So I'm glad the mom is is well off because you are not
No,
you're not covered by
you've already got 30,000 in bills for the doctor.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's the hospital bill. Insurance will try to work their way out of that, but they're definitely not. They're never not paying for an exorcism. Oh, and then we get to the steps. The detective's walking up the steps and finds
The turtle.
the little turtle, which is kind of similar to the callback of the statue that we found at the beginning of the movie. We didn't
beginning.
mention it. It was next to the coin.
Yeah.
My bad. And part of the scene also
Part of the
had
scene got a little
had a
turtle.
parallel between the things. Raymond also just makes these animals.
Yeah.
Before even she's already been doing them. So
Yeah.
it's not like.
It's like,
I think the parallel is just to be like, or maybe a little bit of a fake out, almost like, oh, but poor. It's probably just to be a parallel. Like,
yeah.
oh, look, maybe he's been there all along, which I don't know. Not my favorite scene, but I think maybe it's also to show he was in the room and they had the statue. Maybe
You had to have that statue.
why would he have the statue and she fell and it came with the dude?
Yeah.
It came with the director. Maybe like Burke, and that's why maybe they showed it like he had the statues in the room, Reagan's room, and that's why the detective was like, "Who else is in Reagan's
Probably
room?"
playing a little,
Yeah.
toy.
Once again, why was he holding him that statue? I guarantee that's why he had it.
The game
I'm
kids
telling you,
trust
Burke
is for toys.
also a trial here.
He might be getting sentenced though.
At the court.
He's dead.
But he on a list, By the end of this movie, that's what we're trying to confirm.
Yeah.
We're not giving you the deets of the movie. We're trying to.
We're the Judge Joey execution.
Oh, little.
We're the Judge Joey and execution.
Oh, we're dating this episode with the Rivals reference. So we're going to.
Mother finds the cross.
Yeah, so we're going to. The detective goes in, right? I think it's.
Yeah.
The detective goes in, talks to the mom. Much more good acting for the mom, but
Yeah.
and also real acting because she's like, oh, I don't know, it could have been anything. Like she's like shutting him down, but every time she turns her head, you see her face drop of like, oh my god, Reagan did something.
Yeah.
No one else was in there. Reagan did something. It hadn't been Reagan, but she kept that. I'm trying to like wait for that.
Yeah.
But as soon as the door closes, she's freaking out upstairs. Boom, boom, boom. He goes upstairs. Oh no, did I skip a whole section here?
The one that I have is the twisted head.
He only tells the mom about the twisted head again.
And I did they officially panned out the Exorcist.
And it's like there was someone else in Ray's room that night, and she was kind of like, "No, I would be." Yeah, we covered that. And also kind of was like, I don't know why the director would be out there for once again, kind of maybe glazing over it a little bit. Yeah, but then we hop into said shouting, "Do it, bitch, do it!" From upstairs, she went upstairs, and this is the scene we were talking about with the sexual assault kind of category.
Yeah, this is the
plug here for a second. Yeah, we get the scene where her stabbing herself with the cross and her genitals, mutilating herself with the cross.
Yeah.
Once again, crazy, scary scene. This to me is like what makes the movie creepy. It's just brutal. It's very brutal. For being like such a classic movie, it's so brutal. It doesn't really show away from it. Like it doesn't show it explicitly.
But you see the
cross, you see the blood on the cross, you see the stab motion. It's very brutal. It's very it's sick and gross, but it's supposed to be. It's a dirty, gross movie. And that's why I love it so much. And I think it's what's skewed my viewpoint of horror so much. It's like it's such a classic and it's so well known and it's iconic and it's awesome. Gross. It's a gross horror movie. It's nasty. It's in your face, Love it. But yeah, sorry, I'll tell you. Stabbing herself with the cross.
That Jesus fuck you, what she was saying with that.
Yeah, she's doing
that Jesus fuck you.
That Jesus fuck you. That Jesus fuck you. Once again, when talking about sexual abuse, capacity here. Once again, Demon is talking to Reagan at that point.
Yeah.
To mock her. Once again, leading more to that. And then she says, or Reagan, or Bazuzu says, Reagan, so do you know what she did? Your cunting daughter to the mom. So it's also kind of in your face implying like, oh, your daughter's been up to something. You knew think she was capable of, which kind of talks about that would be something a little bit in the sexual category because this is kind of supposed. At least I've interpreted it. Once again, I had a little lens on this when we're doing this, so Yeah, I mean, it's like she did the head turn. This
The head turn
the head,
around.
same head turn that the
That book got.
Bird got. The head full 180, like the mom was just told. Once again, I feel like that's just a mock us, like kind of the viewer tell us directly, like she killed Burke.
Yeah,
She's
that's
literally doing it. Yeah, I think this is looking to what happened here. And then she grabs Mom's face, shoves it into her crotch. Gross movie, kid. So it's
Yeah.
it's literally forcing the mother into
That's
Reagan's
after
private
she
areas.
stabbed herself as
Yeah,
well.
bleeding is all over her face. It's a gross movie.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
the grossest scene probably,
Yeah.
but it's a gross movie.
Yeah.
That's why it's so creepy. I love it so much. The whole scene is filled with stuff. It's a full scene. And that's
Yeah.
everything you like I said, it has what I believe kind of like tells you what happened to cause like this, to happen. I believe in like the TV shows and stuff like that. They kind of express like the more alone these people feel, the more susceptible they are to like the demon. And
Yeah.
I feel like this really shows us that. Oh, something was probably happening to her, and the demon crawled its way in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then the head turn happens out of the bloody face, and then the
Yeah.
dresser falls on her. And, the door slams shut, of course. She's laying in not raping anymore. It's Pazuzu, for sure.
There was a scene as well when they, I think when it's all done over with, after they chained her down, I believe, when she was like walking in the room, wasn't she? Like when they finally like strap her down to the bed. Is this that scene or is
No, I don't think it's
Where-
I think they do strike down later. That's
Okay.
later.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah. What's up, that father and Chris meet for the go with their official meetup. They meet up on the bridge, and then we kind of have these paths intertwined a little bit, and we're here. But yeah, she cries to him like, "Hey, I win everything else. It has to be possession," and obviously, Demi is like, "Nah, man, that's just not real."
Yeah, there's some
like, I don't
job.
understand. Like, it's just not a thing. And when she's like, "No, it really is," and she finally convinces Demi just to check it out. Well, yeah, these two finally kind of meet. Demi kind of comes over, meets Regs, or Mrs. Do, more appropriately. And
Yeah.
then this is the scene where, like, the greatest puke ever.
Oh my
And he
god.
walks in, he's, like, doing stuff. He's white. It's like,
Yeah,
greatest
you
puke.
can see that it's clear, like it's more slimy than
The
vomit.
greatest puke of all time. It's so great. I love it.
Mixed choice of awards. Sorry.
Yeah. Just explosive. It's like a shotgun round. Just got slapped. Oh my god. Oh, that brings me back. That's crazy. They used to happen. Slide people.
Yeah.
Show and slide.
It's the swag them, yeah. That's what it made me think of.
And Reagan's just producing all of them. We assume at least. But yeah. The greatest slide.
The greatest line, the grossest.
I mean, man, on the Rocky Demi, whatever you want to call him, the challenge stallion.
Italian style.
He gears up. He gets the whole scene where he's like, he gets his stuff in, puts stuff, it's like almost like a montage of holy water.
Yeah, like
He's like gearing up.
the action movie and
He's like gearing up and ready to go. Yeah, he's just going to talk to Reagan.
put on those boxing gloves.
It's kind of makes it clear he doesn't really believe her. I think the last thing he mentioned his mom. I think Reagan before she said something about his mom.
Yeah.
And that's why he's like, did you tell Reagan
Oh,
about
the mother thing.
thing?
He's like, no.
No.
That's what I think when he starts believing that there's something actually.
Yeah, he comes back to make it work. Well, cupboard opens, like, do it again. And she's like, I think some vulgar pout, like, or no, in time for that. And then, like, she's like strengthened at this place.
Yeah.
And he's like, just let yourself out. And she's like, such displays of how her being vulgar and stuff, like kind of. He's just so cheap. Right. It's just,
He's toying with him.
He's toying with him so. I think Zoo is one of the coolest
He's playing.
humans ever because he's such a trickster. He's
Oh, yeah.
a little trickster.
It's like, I don't want to.
Trickster leader for sure because he's setting these guys up hard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Brian speaks the language because they mentioned earlier one of the things to test if it's a possession is they start speaking another language.
Yeah.
And he does. And the water hits on. And it's like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
his face is like. And then after this whole thing, he goes upstairs to mom, who's folding.
It's that wanted.
Yeah, and it's like though it's like that's just tap water. It's not holy water. Your daughter's faking it.
Yeah.
Mom's like, it's like
Yeah, like they're clearly.
wrong again, Bucko. Yeah, but he leaves. And I
I
think
don't-
he speaks to somebody. Oh, he goes into the tape and see what language it is, and they're like, oh, it's just English. It's just backwards.
Yeah.
So we listen to it backwards. He mentions the priest. It's a whole
Yeah.
thing about mentioning Marin. So he's like, Marin. At the end, it's like, Marin, Marin. And he's like, beware the priest. It's like all that, like, just like basically setting up, like, Marin's the guy that's going to save the day for us.
Yeah.
The rug pull for sure for the viewer. And I think it's also Pazuzu. I think he's such a trickster dude.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's some kind of sign that he knows all this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Because, like, why would he just know to speak a different language? Why would he knows it's fake water? And he's just fucking with him. He's like, that's what he's like. He likes to fuck with Demi so hard. And I think he's setting him up, like, to think that they need Marin.
And they think he's vulnerable to it.
Yeah, and it's like they're trying to set up they need Marin. And then, like,
No.
spoiler, Marin is not saving the day.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
I think he's just fucking with him.
What I think was also cool too is when he leaves the house and walks by his room, you can see in the window of her room who walked by after being strapped, meaning he did use his power to get out of it.
Oh, yeah, the window.
The window scene,
It shows the window. Yes,
and
that's
then
the
she
scene.
just walks right by.
It's after that. She gets herself out, but I don't think he sees it.
No,
She's
no,
walking
we
away.
see it.
We see it. Yes, good call out.
But he didn't. But you can see
Yeah.
that he clearly used his power to get out of those ropes.
Oh, yeah, no, it's the cool scene of him. Yeah. Yeah, because it's such a cool scene.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing to do with really. Like, she just.
Fucking with
He's
him.
legitimately, because he doesn't break the straps. He
No.
literally just gets himself out, walks by.
He's back in them too.
Yeah,
And they come back.
yeah. He's just fucking with them.
He just gets right back into them.
You know what this is? I bet lower your charge. You just come out, can't play like, look at how funny you are. You're such a funny ass demon, man. Scary as all hell.
Oh, yeah.
Dog. He's making little girls mutilate themselves.
Yeah.
He's also fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't take any character trait from him. That's one positive one. I'll give you all business to for sure. He's a fucking. He's playing for the rest of the movie. He's gonna play these fucking still her.
Eat them.
Oh fucking. He's a dick.
He is awesome.
But yeah, we're gonna. When the priest comes back, yeah, it's super cold in the room again. Leave the windows open again.
Yeah.
And this time they lit the shirt, and it's like "Help me" is written down this. And that's also I kind of brought that back to the sexual assault stuff. Like it's such an intimate spot that you wouldn't see that. I
Yeah.
feel like it's supposed to really kind of really
Yeah.
be a metaphor for like the experience. Like nobody knows they need help, kind of thing. It's so hidden that no one knows, what's happening, and it's like she's screaming for help. But it's such an intimate spot.
Yeah.
And,
No one checks.
Yeah, and it's like no one's checking up on her, and I think that's once again we're bringing it back to that. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna bring it to that point. So we're going to the priest's plan. They're planning the. We're gonna get open that again. We're gonna get a priest.
Yeah.
I don't think we need one. Oh, we definitely do. I'm telling you, I don't know.
And they were fighting him. Wasn't they fighting him too as well?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, it's
You
the
can't do
same.
it because you're not a full on like.
No, so they say he can't be the one to do it. He
has-
sits them.
Yes.
So they agree to let us this, and let's send Meredith. And here comes the cool.
Battle will be legendary.
Exactly. And it's mentioned the recording was Meredith. So I'm sure this is where he kind of was like, oh, let's make this connection. This is
Yeah.
a little more than he's talking about. So we're gonna you're kind of flying here, but yeah. Now we're getting the Meredith scene. We're getting the iconic in the spotlight.
Yeah. Walk through the house.
Yeah, it's the most iconic scene. You look at the cover, you look at the original poster for the movie. It's the scene that we get the sunlight. We cue the the classic.
Yeah. The soundtrack is back, boys.
Oh yeah, back one more time. It should have been in this movie the whole time. Just
Yeah.
playing in the background.
Play in the background. It's just so good.
Yeah. Anyway, he shows up. Ted Slaves and ground rules out for Demi. Mr. Italian
Yeah.
Stallion's like, don't listen to the demon. He's just trying to get understand. He's lying to you, and if he's not lying, he's just trying to hurt you. Yeah. Close the door in Bob's face. The priest closed the door, which is also kind of like relating to like, closing the door in Bob's face, even though she didn't want to see it. They're like, no, you can't see this.
Maybe just
Us two guys going in the room with your daughter alone.
Yeah.
And he immediately starts talking sexual. He
Yeah.
usually does immediately.
I'm sorry, darking out.
Mom sucks cock and hell, mostly iconic line. Any kind of any kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Little quick quips. And the Exorcist, kids. These things are flying now. The whole movie is so slow.
This right here.
And then we get to this, and we're flying, baby. We hit the bed flow. They're doing, of course, the scene where they're actually putting holy water down on them. They're talking to them, and they're starting with the verses and stuff. Starts floating.
Yeah, is the power up.
There's the cuts that he wanted, Mr. Debbie, and he's losing it. Debbie starts just once again go back to his faith isn't very strong.
Yeah,
he's just kind of like Caprice is kind of like it's like he's still doing this. What he's doing, he's like, Debbie, you gotta get on it, and they start getting him back down, of course. And he starts strapping, and they get he does the head spin too, I believe. She does the head spin in the scene, which is also iconic, obviously. I think he also says something. He calls him a faggot. Yeah. Like, Mr. Seal, you can't be charged for that, I don't think, necessarily, but here we go again. Here we go. You're back in bad graces, Mr. Zoo.
You're on thin ice.
I don't care if it's 73. You are in charge of your own words, your own self. And you are showing who you really are inside of that 12-year-old girl there, Mr. Zoo.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's only so many jokes that could cover that up.
Yeah. You can make good jokes, but not going to cover up anything. We're going to catch you. We're going to call you on it. We're going to call you bad and good qualities.
Yeah.
You're bad or outweighing the good.
You're bad outweighing the good.
You little trickster. You little rascal.
And then it gets to the point where I think when Demi takes a break, goes downstairs.
Helper's looking down because the trees towering and the large meetings. Bob apparently I don't even know if anyone doesn't repel this demon or
demon is repelled by everyone.
It's the big three, of course. But they even starts going.
What was this good to? I tell you right now.
Thorl. Nolan Rivals reference. Yeah, it's very, very obvious.
Yeah.
Everyone commands to.
Yeah.
It makes so mad. One's boss. He's focusing on his next job. Oh my god. Yeah, he's against the world for sure.
Yeah.
Because they were. That's quick. Always they got his mouth. On the I don't know what it's called. I'm not religious by any means. I apologize, but the piece of
it's like the little roll thing.
Yeah, the piece that goes through, man. Oh my goodness,
it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
if anyone can tell us in the comments, that'll be perfect.
We don't really, we're not religious. That's okay.
Yeah,
but it is obviously a cornerstone to this procedure. This
seeing that someone working.
Yeah, it's happening. And this time the recruit,
my favorite scene.
Rocky is falling, losing it. He's not doing well. The priest is taking pills in the bathroom. Marin is. They're not doing good. First round goes to Zoo, I think.
This is one that round.
If not, it was a very close. Somehow, some way. If you want to count that as a win, maybe. I think Zoo's messing with him.
That back to the head.
I think he's messing with him.
In the back of the head.
Yeah, Rocky goes back in. And he starts talking as the mother. I think he actually shows up as the mother for a scene.
A bad scene. Perfect.
What's your scare rating on that?
That was an 8.
You gave it an 8, yeah.
I gave it an 8.
It is probably one of the best ones in this version. I said Scarecrow's the best, in my opinion. But yeah, Mom and Ben, I think I rated it F4.
The whole movie, I did not realize it was going to happen.
I got like a little jump scare.
Holy shit, that's what I said.
It's fun. Jump scare is crazy. I rated a 4. Which is the highest? We didn't really go through them because they're not really. There's not a lot of jump
creepy,
scary movie for sure. So it's mostly like it's like 3s and
I rated it so high because it shook me.
Debbie's mom really coming in was really kind of like okay.
That show.
The faces are really creepy too. You didn't see that. Yeah, I also rated the face a 4. The face comes back later, but like when it flashed in this dream sequence.
I think the main thing about the mother thing is the bad type is he's breaking.
Yeah,
he's losing.
Yeah, and it's even more so. It's just Zuzu fucking with him again. It's just Zuzu being like, your mom's here would be like, the whole cockstuck thing is real. You know?
The villain has it wrong.
Yeah, man. He screams because he starts talking
Yeah.
as Divvy's mom and in her complexion and voice.
But
And
basically,
the priest is like, this is a one-on-one now. You're out. Like, I can't have you here. I can't have you here. So this is the scene that's important, though. It is. We're joking, but it is important because it is. I think to me, is this feels like Dick completely lost faith.
yeah, he's done.
This is the scene for him where it's like he no longer it's weird because he obviously sees it's right in front of him. The scientific thing isn't real, but his faith in like a greater God like stuff, like God helping, like God's intervention isn't there anymore.
No.
Like he thinks it's real, but he doesn't feel like oh, but God's not on our side necessarily, or he's not helping at the very least. Which I think is important. I do think it's an important scene because obviously Marin's holding on to him to the bitter end. He's saying, no, God's going to help us, and you need to get out because I'm going to finish this ritual.
Yeah, and he knew he can't help.
So he goes downstairs to talk to Reagan Mob, Chris, and this is once again their stories so intermingled. I think Chris kind of talks him like, I think this was the scene where Chris was talking to him about it, and he's like, it's not faith in like the God, it's kind of faith in people. Like, save my daughter.
Yeah.
But don't it's not about the religious aspect of it. It's not this demon. It's like my daughter's in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's what was important to the mom, obviously. But then it kind of becomes important to painting Italian Stallion.
Italian?
Yeah. Dimmy is like, I have to save this girl. You know, it's like, it's not about my faith right now. It's about saving her.
Yeah, he doesn't believe in his faith, but he believes that he can, that she can survive, type thing.
Yeah. Then we open the door. Priest is hacking away. She's got a job. And on the back, and Reagan's fully out of her suit. She's just right back. You know, this is what I'm talking about. Viewers here. Pazuzu, he's up there.
He's up there.
Because I'm like, this dude is all praise for. He's such a character. He was right in the corner. It's good on her for displaying it so well.
It was just he was so perfect.
Yeah, because like this could have gone so many different ways, and then Linda obviously had to do a lot of this, you know, and it's like, I don't know. I think it's just crazy. It's such a cool scene. He's just dead, by the way. I said sleepy boy. He's sleeping. He's dead.
He's dead.
Gone.
100%.
Mark gave out, I assume. And she's just admiring her handiwork, and he lets Demi come in and sit, check out him and like, oh my God, get up, and he's not.
Yep.
She's just watching, enjoying what she did, because once again, she was always in control this whole time, and it's upsetting. I think the Marin thing was just like, it was a fake out. Like he knew the whole time that
he wanted
he was gonna kill him.
Yeah,
he was like, he knew ahead of time, like, Marin's not him. I'm killing him. Feed the Nick right here. I'll kill him.
Yeah, like this dude, like.
So the body. What are you gonna rate? him?
I rate him. I rated a 6.
You rate him a 6? Wow, yeah, that's a pretty big number.
Because regardless of not seeing it, it still shows that it still showed that the demon had to do something to him that made him also lose to him. He's always manipulating. He's always in control of it. So I'm thinking he finally just he got him done quick. He was by himself. Just another victim for him.
Yeah, I think I give it a 3, and I don't think the kill was necessarily great, and it was Bill's built up.
Yeah,
his heart was getting out. It's like that was always going to be the way he was going for sure. But I'd say I gave full points for Pazuzu's just lean back. Just so
no, that's
just
I give it a 4.
Okay, 4. Okay, 4. I think it's a fair number. I thought 6 a little high myself. I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I gave it a 4.
But yeah, it's such a funny tweet. It's just Zuzu being funny, and it's also part of the game. So I kind of have those points, but I don't think I'm very.
Then Ray comes.
But here's the finale, because he's done. He's done messing around. This is why he's been building Rocky up this whole time. The reason why I'm talking about boxer Demi, Italian Stallion Demi, he's laying those hands out. She's like, literally, he grabs her. He doesn't even know what's coming. He's laughing at him. He just starts getting swung out again. All these weird songs. It's
He knows that he's not hurting him. He's hurting Greg.
Oh yeah, but it's such a funny thing. It's so funny, especially when it comes afterwards. It's like this moment of like the payoff for the boxing thing was just
Yeah.
some people. He's like swinging at this 12-year-old girl, and we just burst out laughing.
Yeah.
Laughing so hard. It was like the funniest response. Of course, it's just gonna just immediately punch her. Just like and then, of course, that doesn't work. No, I don't know. Like, crap, that is not going to be rid out of a little bit.
That's true.
So he just starts flying, coming to me.
Yeah.
Kind of like, he's
Take
done.
me instead.
Yeah, take me instead. And it was like, taking a priest is actually like, I already took the innocence in this little girl. I'm going to take a priest to hell with me.
You get all the brownie points from the devil.
Yeah, exactly. Danny Devil is going to get
Daddy Devil's
give us
trying.
a brownie points.
Get 'em.
That's one. But as soon as they go, we also didn't see the scene where earlier too was showing the face.
It
And it's
With
a demon
the light.
face. It was
Yeah.
Lean's, face. Half his face out there. Yeah. He possesses the priest. Demi just like, goes in for a chokehold. He's going to keep laying hands on Reagan even if she doubts her skin. He takes a little consciousness to it and he just jumps right out that window. He kills himself. But I think this is a real testament to, like, once again, this is Demi. This is reinforced because she goes at the window and the priest shows up and he's like barely alive and the priest is just like, repent, but yeah, like sweep my hand if you actually want to give yourself back to the Lord and all this kind of stuff, and doing it. And I think that's also to symbolize like he's got control of it.
Yeah.
He took control back. But I think it's also just to symbolize like this is how this faith works. Like it's almost silly the concept of like this guy killed himself to sacrifice himself so that little girl would be killed. The first immediate reaction is, well, he's going to hell. And I'm not trying to challenge religion in any capacity. I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's what the telling of this scene is.
Especially him saying repel.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's the same dude from earlier that was just talking about going into going to the space to be the first priest in space. So it's like, so like, what do you mean he has to repent? He just saved the little girl.
Well, you still gotta repent.
But like this guy wants to go to space, and he's the one begging this other dude to repent. It's a challenge of faith for sure. And
Yeah,
that's the point of the movie is supposed to be, but also what the scene in particular is supposed to be. And I also think it's supposed to show that Demi doesn't have necessarily faith in what God will do, but what people will do. I think he's now at the point where he saved this little girl. Like he didn't care about going to heaven and stuff as much as like, no, I'm going to save this little girl.
Yeah.
Faith in humanity over
faith of
just like faith
God.
in God and stuff like that. Like he wanted to save her and thought that was the best choice. So yeah, really cool scene for Demi. Really kind of a lot of ways his story.
Would you rate that kill?
Rate that kill? I gave that one a 7 because I how much I love gore and I love cool kills, but I also think emotional impact, and this to me was the movie. This to me was Demi sacrificing himself for Reagan, and I think it's so noble, but it's also the true, like, he gave up his priesthood. Like the way he was talking this whole movie, you think, he's gonna kind of refigure that faith, he's gonna become, but it almost wasn't that. It was almost the opposite to me. He said, I don't care about my faith. I'm saving this little girl.
Yeah.
And that to me felt...
He wanted out, he also got out of it too.
Well, I didn't think that was like the way to look at it. I think it was to look at it of like, it's almost like felt like they were trying to like sway us to think like, oh no, it was like religion to save this movie, but it was people.
Yeah.
He was a person who said, no, I'm not letting a little girl die today. And we showed that by Marin, who was completely in his faith, completely believed in God. He wasn't cut out for the job.
No,
he died.
He couldn't.
He died and didn't save Reagan. The man who decided that Reagan was worth saving, not that Pazuzu was worth taking down, but more so Reagan was worth saving.
The one that needed it.
Yeah, it wasn't we're eradicating a demon. It was we're saving a little girl. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think that was important. And so, 7. What about you?
I got an 8. I did an 8 for it.
Okay. Give me that. Cool. All right.
From my standpoint, it's still the same as yours. He knew that he was losing it, and the only way he could is to get that demon out and jump off, kill himself out of the window, regardless if it's going to send him to hell or anything like that. Yeah. But again, not fighting against religion, just saying it as
Yeah, what the theme of the movie was. Yeah. And that's I felt like the theme of the movie was to me. All right, now we're in our last scene. We're kind of closing up shot for us and for the movie. They're just leaving the house. The priest is like, "Oh, what does she remember?" And they're like, "Oh, she reportedly nothing." And they see the coin. Because that's also the important thing is the priest had the coin.
Yeah.
He took the coin. They get the coin back to him. And he was like, "This, Demi had this as important." And they're like, and then she like saw the coin necklace and like imagine like someone kind of like
Gave him a
gave him a
kiss.
kiss on the cheek, like it's still there somewhere. And then they just leave.
Throws out.
It goes out. They leave, and her life's forever altered. There's obviously sequels to this movie. The Zuzu's not done yet. That was round one, but we're not talking about those. Rate the movie, I guess. What do we did that already, right? No,
Yeah.
Right. Scares. I give it an 8. I think it has the mission returns from watching.
You said rate the movie?
Yeah.
What movie? I give it an 8.
Okay, we put an 8. Cool.
Scares was a 5 for me.
Yeah, we did Scares already.
Lore.
Yeah, I mean, it's the origin of kind of like one of the real origins of Exorcist movies. So I would say almost like a grandfather, so it's pretty high up there.
Yeah. I gave it an 8.
Yeah, I give it an 8 too. Yeah, it was definitely set the tone for this kind of movies for sure. And like I said, basically kind of created a subgenre that still exists. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, it's a great watch. Classic, great watch. They had diminishing returns, I feel like, of where you see it. It could be a little kind of shorter with like the medical scenes.
Yeah.
I think it was really to show the lapse of time. We'll go into, we also kind of had, should there be a sequel, prequel, and a remake?
I didn't write that down, so I can't say 100%.
Okay, that's fine. We have a little cheat sheet. So,
yeah.
Honestly, you guys know what we're talking about. I put prequel. I don't mind the idea of a prequel. They opened up with a weird scene that I feel like doesn't deserve really to be in this movie. Otherwise, it feels so out of place. And I'm like, I'm okay with them trying to explain something and explain it to Mary in some capacity, but were they? Why not? Plus, I would say sequels, definitely not. There are sequels, but I don't think there should be. I think this is a good standalone style. Like, this is the story ends. It's very well structured. The story's told. In a way. Remake. I put no. I don't think we need to remake a classic.
No.
I'm usually generally against remakes, but absolute classics, I'm like, you don't need to remake a classic.
No. That's what makes it so special.
Should a remake a movie? Remake a movie.
Yeah.
There's plenty of bad movies out there too. Remake one of those. One of those out. Do it good. Yeah. I would say definitely not for that. Yeah. I think that's kind of it for those kind of things.
Yeah. I got one question for the viewers.
Oh, okay.
One last question only. If you were the mother, would you tell your daughter about the experience that?
Yeah. I'll answer on my end and just give you an opinion on it. I don't think I would.
I think I
would. I would.
I would wait down the
I wouldn't wait. I would wait until I would try to get medical. I mean, obviously it's the 70s, so it's different.
Yeah.
With seeing somebody, but I would try to work on it because the truth always comes out. It always stays there somewhere.
Yeah.
So
I would. I would when the time comes to it. Like when it's when they're like way more mature, they're like they got the help they deserve type thing.
Not all this 12.
Yeah, no.
Maybe a couple of years. I would definitely get therapy and really take it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was a good watch though.
Oh yeah, absolutely loved it.
We are a little for disclosure. We've already watched our next pick. And we're gonna do that scene soon. You want to drop the title, or you want to wait up?
We are watching The Conjuring.
Yeah, The Conjuring, and we're gonna do that next. Nice little Christian picked it, and it was a nice little. We watched the same time. That was like a good double feature. It's kind of like the evolution of this kind of style.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Very cool.
You're in for a treat, boys.
Oh, that was a good one. It was a good one. And I'm sure, once again, this is a pretty kind of modern classic, so you've probably seen it already.
Yeah.
It's still fun to talk about and dive a little deeper. But other than that, we're open to suggestions and tell us what you want to see in the podcast. If there's something that you feel like you want to talk about, suggest movies, suggest scenes. Yeah. Like, you want more description of scenes? Got it. Whatever you want. Tell us what you want.
Give us your opinion, and we will. We're definitely listen to it.
We can change our whole format for you.
Absolutely. You want a whole new room? We're gonna have a whole new room.
Yeah, well, maybe not a whole new ring. We only have
We'll go through that. No.
Oh, we didn't plan on decorating. This is kind of. I'm also a grad student, just so you guys know at this point in time in history.
Our schedules don't ever line up either. So
Yeah, we're gonna it's a fun time. We're gonna do that next episode soon though. All right, and that's a good first episode. I think it's time to wrap it up. Yeah, I'm Sean House,
and I'm Christian House.
and this has been the House of the Terror podcast.
Bye.
Peace.